Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Isaiah and today is our second video for sex education that is ace inclusive. Don't know what that was, but we're going to go with it for this take. Apologize for any background noise. As usual, when Briar is out on Fridays doing work stuff, I can't exactly go into the closet without Nettle having a fit. And for some reason, my cat Dory is being very cuddly. Doesn't want to be pet, but wants to be right on top of me. So that's that situation. Today I wanted to have a bit of a shorter video. It's more terminology, but some interesting intersections and myths about the libido. So what is a libido? Libido is basically someone's sexual appetite or their drive. It is their horniness level. And someone can be horny all the time. Some people can never be horny. And for a lot of people, it fluctuates depending on like their how they're feeling, hormonal levels, learned behavior, um, mental stuff, that sort of thing. So, a very common misconception about asexual people, even within the community, is the idea that asexual people do not have a libido. But that just simply isn't true. Asexuality, as I will always say, is just a lack of sexual attraction. So you can have asexual people with very high libidos. They may choose to engage with their libido and go and be horny, or they may choose to ignore it. It's really up to them. Just like how allosexual people may have a very high sex drive or a very low sex drive, aka libido, and they may choose to indulge it or they may choose to ignore it for a variety of reasons, anything from sexual trauma to a vow of chastity, celibacy. That's why you have a huge sects of Christianity who do the promise ring thing. They have young people who have very high libidos that want to be experimental. They're horny, they're full of hormones. Um, and they may choose to marry young and not really care about stuff like sexual compatibility or long term ramifications of being married. So that for me, when I was growing up, Ace, having no libido, I dealt with my lack of horniness and I was very confused on why these were so important. But now that I've gotten older and I've understood more about what exactly libido is, what asexuality is, how I fit into the puzzle, it makes more sense to me. Um, Another quick thing is just uh, one of the huge myths around libido is specifically targeted towards trans people, where you hear all the time a trans woman, once they start estrogen, their libido drops. Or a trans man, once they start testosterone, they become sex monsters. But it's not always necessarily true. Again, for my own anecdotal evidence, I did not have a libido pre T. Once I started T, I gained a libido. But in addition to all of this, I have to point out that there is a variety of factors that came into my discovery of having a libido. Most of it being my own shifting attitude towards the idea of masturbation. So, do I think that the testosterone boosted my horniness level? Yes, I do. Um, I think that before testosterone, I didn't experience so much of an urge, but afterwards, it was definitely way more prevalent. However, I don't attribute that entirely to taking tea. I attribute that to my own curiosity and wanting to experiment a bit more, because I was experimenting pre tea, and then after tea, it just became more of an urge. And same thing with trans women. Their sex drive may not actually dip down, it may just shift. There has been studies showing that estrogen can influence sexual desire, like making it higher, just like testosterone. And pro-estrogen, I think I'm pronouncing that right, has a tendency to knock it back a bit. But I didn't find any like really conclusive scientific evidence. But so that is a really short video. Wanted to keep it nice and simple today, bite sized so that you can really get the meaning. And like I said, these are very common misconceptions around the ace community and some common misconceptions around the trans community. Um, Next week, I may be covering various types of birth control because I think that would be a good thing to learn, especially because these birth control is such a broad term that you can also include things like dental dams, things that prevent the spread of sexually transmitted disease, as well as birth control and the different ways that you can use it. So I think that'll be a good a good tidbit for next week. But for this week, if you like this type of video, go ahead and give a subscribe and leave me a comment for something that you'd like to learn in the future. I am going to be posting these ace inclusive sex ed videos every Friday from now until I run out of things to talk about regarding sex. And other than that, you guys have a great day. Try and stay hydrated. I'm about to go eat some breakfast very late in the day. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.